What's up, y'all? Doing a really quick, actually, it won't be really quick, but it will be good. So let's get into it. The North Face. Now, the first thing that sneaker culture people are looking at the North Face for is the recent Gucci collab. However, there are things taking place and this is what's interesting, real quick, hold up. I've only written about the North Face on my site one with a duffel bag right here, and you guys are looking right there right now. Two, with the North Face times Vans collab, when they appointed the new CEO, 2016. And then I think that's really it. I don't write about the North Face. And because I don't do a lot of hype stuff, I haven't written about the Gucci thing because you can go to Hypebeast or anywhere else and read that. So here we go. Let's jump into this. What am I stammering about? Somebody texted me and threw me off my game completely. Yesterday, Ivan Zinovich over at, if you look over here to the side, and I keep pointing to the wrong side. It's hard to do this, man, when you're looking at the mirrored image. He posted this picture of the VECTIV, an innovative trail-focused footwear system. Now, upon first glance, when you see the shoe, it's an amazing picture, right? But what I look at, and this is one of those things, like if you go back to one of the old Under Armour videos, and I talk about the fact that the UA Hover Fat Tire, that Under Armour did not have a capture page for emails, and they didn't have any way for them to keep track of the people who may be discovering the page on the website. They also didn't have the shoe anywhere on the website when you searched it. And I was like, well, you should have better digital merchandising. Now, merchandising inside of a store happens when you walk in and you see a display of a Vans t-shirt, a Vans shoe all on one table, and then there's a poster. That's, merchandising inside of a store. It gets people, it appeals to your kind of senses, right? Well, how do you do that digitally? And I know you guys are like, Chris, get to the point. And I'm getting to it because it's like 3 minutes in and I'm terrible about this and just rambling, which isn't really rambling. I'm talking. On the home page for the North Face, they do have their traditional boots and their warm weather clothing for hiking and for the trail and for the outdoor. But they have the VECTIV here as the second product. And it's actually kind of above the fold. And what the fold is where the page kind of cuts off when you're on a screen. So even if you're on a mobile phone, the fold is when you can scroll once. Now, what we've gotten used to is that when you have a website that you can just keep flicking, and social media has done this to us and it's made us really terrible about paying attention to what's happening on websites. But here is what we have for the VECTIV. Your first time, my first time, I clicked through yesterday and I was blown away by the digital merchandising. It is so good. The first thing you notice is this side profile of this shoe is excellent. And this is one of those times where I can, obviously the North Face has already crossed over. You can go into black neighborhoods and see kids rocking the North Face jackets and coats. And with the Gucci and with all of the collabs and stuff like that, yeah, it's clear that North Face has some cash in streetwear, but forget that. In sneakers, the North Face doesn't necessarily have any cash outside of the collab with like Vans and some other products. This shoe stands on its own simply from this picture. Now, as you scroll, I got my mouse in my hand, right? Peep. That is one of the coolest things I've seen. Now, I didn't try this on digital, right? But you get to see the VECTIV in action on the road, and then they're running through this town. There isn't any volume here, so you can't hear anything. It's simply, I'm going back up now, the interest into the VECTIV. How dope is this? I mean, and as I'm still scrolling, all right, and we move towards information. The only thing I don't think we have here is who designed the shoe. But in the Endear system, in the system that I developed for marketing, education, notation, the designer, entertaining, the athlete, it's just, they are hitting on every point in this digital merchandising, and it's exquisite. So I'm going to get back to scrolling here so you guys can see. VECTIV technology turns energy into momentum to propel you forward, and I'm still scrolling. Proof of concept, athlete tested. The North Face is hidden on every aspect of a shoe release. So athlete tested, 14 athletes, 17 records, and then the shoe. Now I'm putting my mouse back down so I can click watch the video, because then it takes us to YouTube. So now you have your sound. When a brand engages all of your senses digitally, that's extremely difficult to do, extremely hard to do. But here, the North Face is doing it. So you have this quick video, and we're going to X out of that, and we're going to keep scrolling. And it moves into the breakdown of the shoe's method of make, right? So you have the 3D VECTIV plate positioned directly underfoot, and that looks like carbon fiber. But if it's 3D printed, then maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure. The more information I get, I continue to scroll. Do you guys see this? Look at that come together on the scroll. Now, I actually did something with a basketball shoe I designed back in 2008. But it was an exploded picture of the sole, the midsole, and all of the different components. This, and I don't know how to do this, man. I can use Adobe. I'm not this good at using Adobe, but this is just an excellent presentation of the shoe. Are we even at a point where we can buy it yet? No. These are my shoes for 2021, the carbon plate. Yeah, so it's carbon plate, even though it says 3D. Lugs have the best grip of any shoe I've run in. So you have testimonials from athletes, and obviously it's very difficult for you to trust what an athlete says, and that's not the intent of utilizing athletes. The people who are in outdoor or trail running are familiar with these athletes, so it resonates with that market. Y'all got that? All right, so we keep scrolling, and we finally get to a point where you can find in stores, shop now. And we realize that there's not just one VECTIV. There's Flight VECTIV, VECTIV Infinite, and VECTIV Endurance. And on each of these, let's go shop now. I got to put my mouse down. And let's see what we get. The shoe, only they are bringing the customer to a point where they're going to capture the customer's information. If I want to know more about this shoe, I have to create a VIP account. And capturing information is vital when the company, they simply aren't. They're known as an outdoor company, but as an outdoor trail running company, I'm not sure if they're known as well. And that's something more for people who are very familiar with outdoor, for them to cover. But for me, just the layout, the digital merchandising here, I was like, if I don't say anything and I don't talk about this, I'm a failure as a sneaker industry analyst. This is one of the best things I've seen in digital merchandising in a long time. And that's it, man. I'm going to wrap this up at 9 minutes or so. What do you guys think about this? Go and check it out. I'm putting the link for the VECTIV on North Face on the website. And if you guys want to talk about this, leave some comments and we'll talk about it. But this is just very, very, very good digital merchandising. Kudos, North Face. I'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, like, share, and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that. Oh, man, I got to get better at this.